played with someone else's tag. I was like, just chose their name without even realizing it. Just played the tournament. I won my set, but like I was like, that's not my tag. I was wondering why X wasn't using my special attack.
Okay, so we're into game 1 right now, and of course, Luigimitsu, he does like to slow the game down and play at his own speed, especially on this villager here, of course. And what we're going to be seeing here is whether or not he can really work around those villager projectiles that are going to come and get his face all the time, and utilize the speed that Sheik has to close that gap. Oh, gets hit by bowling ball very early.
Okay,
The first stop's already gone.
if you've ever heard me commentate a game with Villager in, you know how I feel about this character. That bowling ball has the most ridiculous knockback.
It's ridiculous.
Its base knockback is just dumb. And
I've lost way too many early stocks to that bowling ball.
But yeah, silly.
But my counter is also stupidly light, so it's going to happen, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, we're getting those villager things right now. Of course, the short hop fairs and bears in neutral. Those little slingshot pairs just do so much work, build up so much damage, and eventually start doing a ridiculous amount of knockback and eventually take stocks with that back air as well. Just such a good tool that Luigi. He stored himself with the Lloyd bucket in the air and then just dared him into the stage. It's
no, I haven't seen it.
Playing very calmly, very patiently from Luigimitsu right now. Of course, now that shield goes to that bowling ball for the 2-frame again, and Sheik just doesn't have an answer to a lot of what's happening right now. Of course, the tree is up, stage control is set. What he's got to do is wait. Just play the waiting game.
Definitely playing with a bit of fear in the eyes. I can see that. He's just going to be a bit more confident in what he can do. Like he's just giving too much space. He's giving up too much space to Mitsu.
Yeah.
Respecting him a little bit too much.
Well, he goes for the up B on the push there, of course, using that little wind box from the watering can there to, of course, push Sheik away, get that tree planted. And
I find that not enough villagers do this, like leave the tree up so they have the axe.
Yeah.
The axe is so good.
It kills really early.
And it has quite a fast start, it just comes out, you know.
I mean, anyone who saw Evo would have seen
it combos out of grab as well, which is great.
It's actually incredible.
But like, the thing is, the only thing about axe is that it has a lot of end lag. So
it's high commitment, it's high risk, high reward, it really is. But if you get it, then, I mean, it's just so much.
DG needs to, just put his foot down and kind of make his mark on this matchup quickly, because right now it's just
get a bouncing fish, of course, finishing that pivot F tilt there, and does take a stock, but 88%. It's a lot of extra credit Luigimitsu managed to build up there, and he's already in kill percent for that bowling ball. But I like the adaptation that we're seeing here, of course, from Sheik, in that a lot more campy needle players coming out. I mean, Sheik, of course, can't camp as hard as Villager can, but it's a fantastic adaptation. Rather than trying to close the gap and taking free damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, rather than closing the gap, taking free damage, he's just doing his own damage from a distance, and it's working out better for him.
Indeed. I mean, this is a little bit better from DG. I think he just kind of took that time to kind of just. I think he was waiting and kind of keeping his distance to kind of just find the rhythm.
Yeah.
That Mitsu's kind of finding his way into. Mitsu's one of those players who has a lot of kind of solid skill with the game and is very, very consistent in terms of his fundamentals, I guess.
He plays a lot.
So he's not formulaic, but he likes his rhythms. That was a very, very nice early KO though, getting very, very high on the platform and getting that up air. DG now suddenly with the lead. After that early KO from Villager, Mitsu's kind of struggled to kind of get the KO since then. He's racked up a lot of percentage, but you know,
Sheik is
percentage only does so much. The KOs are what matter. But there, does it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen her just sitting just outside of those slingshot ranges, just firing off needles. And it's looking almost like it's almost as if Luigimitsu needs to try and get in now, because he can't get in just enough to get those slingshot pellets off because he's been needled away.
Aye.
Force it onto the Var Bear there, very nicely. But putting up so much damage right now, of course. He's come from quite a big deficit, and he's got a strong lead now.
This is much better work from DJ. I think he just kind of needed to warm up. He's showing a lot more proficiency, just with his overall tech and with his own ability. As in to go in and to kind of to read, to get catches and to pressurize.
Yeah, and he did find. Oh wow, gets.
Oh my word!
Air dodge reads.
Goes for the.
That was balls. That was a ballsy play, because that could have been really bad if he'd have missed that.
He held for so long. That's the thing. He just held that. He held that up smash, and It was really weird because like he started charging it quite early before the air dodge had come out.
Yeah.
But then he just kept charging it.
He's like, I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to
Like,
do it.
Just wait. Air dodge. That was wonderfully done by DG. After an early stock and then a real kind of halt to his aggression and his kind of game plan, it just took him a little bit of time. Then found momentum, then reacted, and then pushed against what Mitsu was throwing out, and took that game in emphatic fashion.
Yeah, it was very nicely done. I can't help but be very impressed at the adaptation that we did see from him there. And we didn't see the same level of adaptation from Mitsu, unfortunately. And I think that's what it came down to in that game, is that the playstyle eventually kept, like, and at first, Mitsu's playstyle was heavily countering, of course, what GZ had, but it's very different now. The platforms, Luigimitsu's taken him to Battlefield where those platforms exist, which is interesting because the villagers that I know at least like to ban this stage away because it gives players a tool to work around those projectiles. But Mitsu obviously knows something that I don't know in this matchup, and hopefully for his sake it works out much better for him. Okay, of course those little nairs on the edge, just guarding the edge so well.
I mean, it actually neutralises the slingshot as well, and continues to actually kind of hit as well. So quite a nice way of just keeping yourself safe when you have a villager slingshotting you for days on end.
Yeah, going for that dare twice in a row there, of course. Not getting the triple turnip at any point, but very close. Okay, well, nice wild back air there, of course. Like I say, it starts doing quite a bit of knockback eventually. Going for the bowling.
I mean, if you can time it right, you know, it's a dangerous move.
We saw that in game
Lloyd protecting him from the bouncing fish, but the forward smash coming out knocks him back off stage. But villager.
And that forward tilt, using of course that dare to the lingering hitbox to get back to the stage there. And I think that's what he's going to be using, that dare quite a lot to try and trade or at least beat out those up airs that of course he's getting caught by DJ by so much by them.
Yeah. I guess one way I can kind of see, and I think one of the things about Mitsu's game, and I think why actually DG managed to make a comeback as well, is that Mitsu is very good at racking up percentage and just kind of holding space and zoning very nicely and pressurizing. But his KO ability with this character, I find, can struggle a little bit. Ooh, gets the stage spike!
Very nicely done.
He'll be relying on the same things to get the early KOs. You know, he'll get the early KOs like by throwing out a bowling ball or something. But you know, that he's in those same scenarios at late percentages as well as an early percent.
Yeah,
so he's never really in a strong position to kind of set up and kind of find KOs with the way he plays villager. So I think that what always may feel like a very positive game for him can turn around on him quite quickly.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we saw in the first game. To be honest, that's exactly what happened. Of course. DG just happy to hit Mitsu's shield. His out of shield options don't appear to be all that strong in this game, like in this matchup.
Out of shield.
Yeah, and he's been using the nair out of shield a lot, but he's just not connecting it. And it appears like DG isn't really scared of a shield at this point.
Yeah, I guess it's just correct spacing from DG.
Sure. He just seems happy to throw out these random aerials onto the shield, and he's not getting punished for it as heavily as he could be. Okay, gets the fair off stage, of course. Edge guard situation, he's been very good edge guarding so far. Doesn't manage to get a balloon. I like how he was going for the balloons and not village there. Unfortunately, didn't get all three of them, so of course villager didn't just fall to his death. Going for that bouncing fish, but good air dodges by Luigimitsu. And again, in this edge guard situation, we're seeing this a lot.
Trying to find that timing. I like the way that DG's approaching this edge guard, but just moving around in different ways on the edge, you know, because you know, he's in the dominant position here. He's controlling the momentum when it's on this ledge. So just being able to try different just general movements, like if you're just jumping just back a little bit to kind of move someone on stage, then instantly changing the way you go in. You know, you can kind of keep your edge guard fresh.
Keeps the opponent on their toes as well. You have to keep, because you can't read an edge guard that changes every time.
Yeah.
So you know you're forced to react.
Oh my god, hate that character. Hate that character.
Yeah, of course, the understager. It doesn't matter how low villager goes, he can recover. He can just recover.
Huh? You're a nest main. That's fine. You can't fly from the bottom right to the top left of the screen. Wait, sorry, bowling ball beats out.
You guys can't see the face cam, but Bowie just had a look of when Mitsu recovered with balloons back onto the stage. Bowie had the look of pure disgust on his face. I almost felt like he was mad at me for a moment.
Oh no, don't worry.
After seeing that happen, it was just...
it's not okay with me. I just...
Oh, bouncing fish to punish that up tilt. And a lot of these bouncing fish kills are coming from whiffed tilts that Mitsu kind of just throwing out. Going for that bowling ball, but of course a good jump get. That's what he's looking for.
That was what he wanted for sure.
I mean, you get villager players take you to smash field, so they can just throw it off the side and move towards you slowly as they do so. And it's terrifying because this bowling ball is slowly coming towards you. Although my characters both have reflectors, so I can deal with that. Makes me happy. Of those players. Oh wow, then he's getting so many options right now, of course. Every landing option Mitsu goes for, the back throw does get the kill. Only 49% on this stock right now. This is still far and away doable for Luigimitsu. Especially if he gets another one of those fantastic forward smash kills. Just lingering off stage here, of course, trying to keep DG on his toes. But the edge guarding is still so impeccable. Okay, go for that nair again.
Again, it's quite systematic work on the corner. Yeah, very, very nice. The short hop into dare as well. Again, it's just a different option. Just trying something different and, you know, punishing the same options but in different ways. So it's kind of hard for the defense to be. You know, we mentioned this earlier. Hard for the defense to remain as crisp as it can be. Exactly. But Mitsu, you know, going for a bit of a surge with the consistent slingshots, but had a moment for an edge guard. Wow, okay. Very nice Lloyd again. Mitsu does use the Lloyd more, not to kind of actually move himself back, but just stay defensive. Good. Very high ceiling from Battlefield though.
Yeah.
Him alive.
Oh well, the air dodge read. Okay, he's starting to pick up on those because Luigimitsu is getting a lot out of those air dodges this game. He's just air dodging everything DG's throwing out, but he's starting to read them now, which is nice. He's going to get that edge guard. The nair out shield there. The rage on Villager right now, but not quite taking it, and Villager is in so much. He's in max rage right now. It's not going to take much for him to take a stock if he gets a big hit. Oh, that could have been it as well.
That was brave as hell.
He needs something like that right now. Choosing to use the roll getter at this high percent is a questionable decision, but wasn't really punished by DG, which is oddly the first get up he hasn't punished this game. But get Bouncing Fish over the Lloyd Rocket and does take the set 2-0. Well played by both players, with DG just bringing it back after what was a rough start.
Yeah, I mean, just waited, and kind of just keeping himself moving in, and the patience came out. Luigimitsu tried to throw out one of his options and just kind of, it was a very, very nice read from DG to see immediately the plant being done, throws out the down B, the Bouncing Fish comes out and takes the game. 2-0 to DG after a very precarious looking start, a lovely turnaround, and then...
And that looked frustrating for him though. It didn't look. That was by no means made easy for him by Luigimitsu.
Oh God, no.
It was very, very close.
Not at all, mate.